friends, hope you all are doing well and staying safe. Welcome back to yet another video of the Football Mania to bring you all the latest news and updates from the football world. The most eagerly anticipated news from the All India Football Federation has finally broken out, and it is official now. Kushal Das, the AIFF General Secretary, has resigned from his post on health grounds. Yes, this was not a surprise. He was officially on leave from 20th of June, and today the date is 30th. Within this 10-day time frame, I don't know what happened. Might be he must be on leave on health grounds. That must be true. But this is the reason which has been cited by the AIFF, and the 12-year long reign which this man had at the helm of affairs has finally come to an end. And it's good riddance. It is absolutely something which Indian football has to take into consideration, because right from the time when he joined the AIFF as the general secretary, things were going from bad to worse, I have to admit. Because every time when we look at Kushal Das, yes, he has not been at the forefront of experiencing football in this country. He doesn't come from a football background, and AIFF appoints him as the general secretary. Yes, he must be having experience at the IMG Reliance. He must be having experience in top positions in different sporting organizations in India. However, if you have to run a game like football in the country, if you are part of the federation, you need to make sure that you have all the resources in place. You are responsible for appointing people who understand football, and they will do their duty with utmost efficiency and effectiveness. And I have always said this, and I will continue to say this, that as long as people who are in politics, if they enter football and they try to run the show, things will never improve. Even though Kushal Das was not completely into politics, but what he had was power. And with that power, he made the most of his time as the general secretary. He used to dictate the terms, and there was also a case where he was charged with molestation of his own employees. And even though the these charges were applied, a case was released, but the integrity officer of AIFF gave him a clean chit. And this is all a hoax in my opinion, because all Kushal Das and people like Praful Patel wanted was power, and with this power they dictated football in this country. And this was the final nail in the coffin. It had to eventually happen. And it has been officially heard from the sources in AIFF that Kushal Das gave his resignation to the committee of administrators who are currently in charge of running Indian football. And this was always going to happen, because the Praful Patel led consortium had already gone, and Kushal Das was an integral part of this consortium. He used to make all the decisions, and it was like he was the right hand of Praful Patel. And whenever I have seen Kushal Das, even in conferences, he talks about having a robust league structure, having a youth development system which is self-sustainable, and having more opportunities at the grassroots level for coaches. He talks about investing money at the grassroots, having more foreign direct investments through clubs, through football organizations, and through FIFA as well. I just don't get it, because you are talking about developing the ecosystem, but whenever we want to get a solution or an answer from the AIFF, it is of no use, because nothing seems to be transparent, and whatever we try to achieve in Indian football is always pegged back due to lack of proper governance. This is the harsh reality, and Kushal Das has been an integral part of this governance. So whoever is responsible is finally have to be accountable for their actions. And Kushal Das is one such person who had a lot to offer. We were expecting a lot when he was appointed as the general secretary back in 2010, but the initial 4 to 5 years when the ISL was in its inception, and there was a transition from the I League to the ISL, I was expecting that this commercialization will bring more opportunities for young Indian players, will increase the brand visibility, it will increase the viewership in India, and football will become a major sport. However, we know that the constitution was not formed, and everything whatever happened under Praful Patel has still been a very big mystery. And I just don't understand why AIFF took so long to make such decisions. And when things are not going your way, you eventually have to hold the power for a particular period of time. And Kushal Das was very clever in all his actions at the AIFF. He ensured that everything seems to be quite rosy on the eye from the outside. When you look at the AIFF, there is a sense of optimism where you are seeing the academy accreditation taking place. You are looking at the club licensing system, and everything from coach education to referee development to their association with the IPSO for improving the scouting system is taking place. And not only that, we all know that the AIFF launched its AIFF Masters program, charging 15 lakh rupees from aspiring football professionals. And this is all going, like, at least three-fourth of that revenue is going to the private partners, and it is just a money making model. And with this, everything obviously goes down to the fact that AIFF wanted to make money. And this is something which Kushal Das has been integral in all the decision making, because everything goes through the general secretary, and finally when things are in the AGM, the president has his say. And I just like to appeal all the football fans out there, people who want to support Indian football. Now that the new committee will be formed, the new elections will be held. This is the time for everyone to raise their voices. This is the time where, if you want to see Indian football flourish in the future, you cannot hold back your emotions. You have to voice out your opinion, and if you want to do that, you can put your thoughts in the comment section. Kushal Das is finally out of the AIFF. This is the official statement, and with this, I feel that the new journey of Indian football is going to begin, because not only has the entire consortium left, but the committee of administrators are capable enough, they are competent enough to make the right decisions. And now that the FIFA and AFC committee have also come to India, they have assessed the situation, and they've had a meeting with all the Indian football stakeholders. It is high time that every one of us come together as a community and ensure that we are all on the right track. We have the same kind of vision, the same kind of goal which we want to achieve, and that is to see a proper structure and governance at the helm of affairs. If that doesn't happen, we'll continue to struggle, and the tagline of a sleeping giant will always remain sleeping, and we will never see India awaken that giant if there is no proper governance, if there is no execution of the plans, and if there is nothing called as a strategic plan. We have to look at short term goals, have to try to achieve them, and just take more initiative in bringing the football community together. Have more grassroots workshops, have more baby leagues in different states. There are lots of initiatives which AIFF can do with the support of the state government as well as the State Football Association. Make the most of your resources and ensure that you are improving Indian football rather than degrading it. So, guys, please let me know what are your thoughts about Kushal Das. What do you think about his tenure of 12 years at the AIFF? Do you think he has done justice to his role, or do you think he was not capable enough to fill that position? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you like this video, please do not forget to hit the like button and share it amongst your network. And the Football Mania will always be bringing you exciting content on a daily basis. So if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and show me your support. So until next time, stay safe and take care.